the best hero in 5 engines, and we can get her today. So we'll pick up Sparky, which is gonna go great in rifle attacks and especially when things get even nastier. And when you do get Sparky, you want to make sure first you have 3 unlocks that are fully maxed out. Make sure your tanks are maxed out for nasty bases, your rifles are maxed because we're gonna use Sparky mainly with them. And also make sure Adrenaline is at that 20%. Once you have all those 3 at max level, then you can do any leftover tokens on Sparky. We're only going to do her to level 3, because level 4 gets expensive and later boom cannons, they do cost a bit. In fact, we have even more left over, so we can get snipers to max level. But running this kind of base and try some attacks. Sparky is not only going to make the toughest bases beatable, even the normal ones just, well, hopefully, a little bit faster. Like this one here, 5 engines, still no doom cannon or boom cannons, anything extra. So not sure exactly what the best attack is, because on nasty bases, we've been doing Sparky rifles flaring over here. But if there isn't any doom cannons or shock mines, maybe we don't have to. So for right now, we can try the same exact rifle as yesterday, just bringing Sparky on the left side. I think our Critter Swarm is the best because those critters are also affected by Adrenaline, so speeding up. And let's try it out. So we can do still 4 rifles, 1 cryo Sparky, get a shield right away. And not doing critters just yet, because I think the beginning ones are just gonna die to flames, but instead spawn them just a bit later. But like normal, clearing a bunch, and once a few of these buildings go down, then you can drop rifles on the right side. So maybe right now get 1 going, just a lead vote for a few boom mines, and make sure we get that shield. Now it's looking pretty okay, we got a bunch of rifles coming along. And like before, want to use artillery on just some groups of buildings. You can do that mortar and some flames over that side. Here we get actually a pretty decent split. The rifles on the left, rifles going to this sniper. And I think now we can do maybe a few critters. See where they're gonna go. Not really the best. So instead just saving a bunch of artillery for this last engine. You can argue Sparky wasn't super amazing on this base. But I mean still, getting better than 250. You can just rest assured that there's pretty much no way you're not gonna finish, because you always have the influx of critters. And for those who already got heavies, I wouldn't really get Sparky because the point of her is taking that detour. But there's nothing wrong with just rushing straight to 6 engines and then Rudy. We just don't want to suffer too much, especially in a few days on Doom Cannon Shockmine bases. So over the weekend, have some more fun. But here another base with no Doom Cannon, so we'll try that same attack. Can do a few rifles, get a cryo and Sparky. And this time, now well, was gonna do critters, but again I think our passive ones already are pretty strong. Some rifles will go to the right mortars, so we'll watch out. In that case, we can just do these rifles right now. Shield right away, where even if you get the first unit, everyone in the boat is affected. So it's pretty neat. And here we'll do again a bunch of arts, especially getting the flames, and I think that's all we really have to worry about. Maybe just in case we'll do a few more arts on that machine gun, and we can do 1 more shield. But I guess over here, yesterday we didn't have so many rifles and had to pivot. But with so many critters, it doesn't really matter. Even though they're all going to this engine, it's kind of okay. Got so many critters up there. And we can even flare early because critters don't care about flares. So we have these rifles moving along. 1 lone critter on this engine. I guess it could have been a bit faster. But getting around 245 now could sometimes be decent. But like we said, I think we're gonna feel the effects of Sparky more the next few days as we and others get just way more defense. And I thought they were extinct, but I guess here's a 4 engine. This one's interesting though because he has 50 building damage. So on these kind of bases, I don't even like taking rifles. I do tanks instead. Rifle tanks is still a pretty solid combo. Since it's only 50 building damage and like nothing super crazy, at least like he could have max rockets or even more building damage. We're only gonna take 4 tanks, and then maybe have enough GB to art both engines. So we can do like 4 tanks right here and Sparky, get 1 rifle going. We're not even gonna do a shield because just want to save all that GB. Thing with this attack is just keep on staggering the rifles. That means drop 1 boat, and as the other boat is going like to the flag, drop another one. Since the rifles die so quick, you want that steady stream to have a meat shield in front of tanks. At least in this beginning part when there's so many cannons and also helps versus boom mines. But I mean, tanks are so fast, especially with adrenaline. Here we can art out this engine first. We'll do 5 arts right there, and then start another one. It doesn't really matter, but if you're arting 2 engines, you want to first art the one that's further, because a gunboat can hit this one like maybe half a second sooner. Again, makes nearly no difference, but if you want to get a little bit faster, you can try it. So just enough for that final artillery, and 254 isn't amazing, but for our 5 engine, should be enough. I mean, especially without troop damage, 4 engines, even with brick, they're not really going to be 250s. And all in all, I think these are easier attacks too. Just less stressful than using warriors. Sparky rifles can clear most of it. Here we got a base, finally with a dim cannon. So we can really try, I think maybe the same type. Well, I mean, the dim cannon is a bit deadly, but rifles don't really care. So it's still do 4 rifles right here, get a cryo, get Sparky, and get a shield going. And as these buildings get cleared, do 3 more rifles on the right side. Later we can do artillery on maybe a bunch of those flames. You can never really art a doom cannon because there's just way too much HP. 3 more rifles with shield right here. And these guys I guess we can support. Just 1 smoke because let the other ones catch up. So we'll do a couple arts in that flame, get some machine guns down too. And we just gotta make sure the right side is fine, but it's looking okay. We'll do 1 of Sparky's craters, just see where they go. Most go on the left side, but got enough rifles there anyways. These 2 might be the MVP, so we'll see how it works. Well, that's great. They're all going on the right side. And of course we used all our artillery, so we can't even pivot and destroy the other engine. So we'll just have to let it go. Clearing everything on the right side is gonna take forever. That beautiful long walk of shame. Maybe we should have just done a flare. Like sometimes these rifle hits get a bit RNG on where rifles go. Whereas if you flare, you know how many are on the right side and on the left. I mean, it's not like the worst time ever. Well, it kind of is, so we shouldn't win. But getting 223, so we'll see. But I'm not really happy with that. Yeah, we won, but still was a bad attack. Like the other option could have been, we do like, let's say, 3 rifles, 1 cryo and Sparky, clear up to this flame, and then just a slight flare to move everyone, including Sparky on this side. Then we drop some rifles that go on the left, and then fully art out this engine. That's what I was doing before on Doom Cannon bases, so maybe you give it a shot. In any case, even with a bad attack, that's gonna be 19, so getting that chest, which now that we got Sparky, I think has some potentials for decent rank ups. It's a little slower, but with 1 we get 10 troop damage, that's without question. And now tomorrow we get some boom cannons. This proto, not 100% sure. Long term, meaning once we get choppas, it's gonna be a sky shield. But right now shield is probably the weakest. So honestly, it doesn't really matter damage amp or dim cannon. But I think I'll go dim cannon. It'll always do something, and is reliable. After that, got shock mines, and then we can wait a couple days for 6 engines. Regardless, using Sparky right now will be the strongest hero in 5 engines and having some fun. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.